today we are going to bake some cookies together. So this is bake time with Brummel. Obviously, before we even begin to bake cookies, we need to make sure that we have the proper attire on. So first and foremost, we must have a baker's hat. So join me as we make a proper baker's hat. Ta-da! I feel like I look more like not a baker, but like a chef or cook or something like that. But hey, oh well, it works. All right, so we got the hat, but now we got to get the apron because it's not a complete baker's outfit without an apron. And even more so, a Christmas apron. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'll show you before I tie it. Yeah, buddy. Christmas all the way. There's not much more I love in life than sugar and Christmas. Two wonderful things. One more important thing that we must discuss before we begin baking. Is it really baking if you don't have baking music?
1, 2, 3. I was feeling so bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, doctor.
So today I'm going to show you how to bake my famous chocolate chip cookies. This is a family recipe that now I'm going to let you in on. So if you so to choose to make this wonderful, amazing chocolatey cookie goodness to have in this, time of trial, then go for it. You'll know how to now. Okay, first before you start doing any of the baking, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 365. Okay, then you're going to want to get your ingredients out and you'll separate them from dry ingredients to wet ingredients. So the wet ingredients are 1.5 cups of shortening, 3 sticks of butter, 2 1/4 cups of white sugar, 2 1/4 cups brown sugar, 5 eggs, and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Then your dry ingredients are 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda, 7.5 cups of flour, and then 30 ounces of chocolate chips, but let's be honest, I usually do way more than that, so. Okay, once I have all the ingredients out, I'm going to soften the butter. I'm not going to melt it because melted butter is no good, but I do want to soften it so that it mixes up a little bit better. Okay, I just got the butter out and I put it in for about 40 seconds, 20 seconds, and then I checked it and then about 20 more seconds. And then I'm just going to dump it into the bowl, and then after that I will add all the rest of the wet ingredients, the eggs, the sugar, vanilla, and the shortening. And my hands are going to be super messy throughout this whole process, so lots of hand washing, even though, hopefully you'll be doing it anyway with all this epidemic stuff going around. Okay, now the wet ingredients should be done and mixed, and they should look beautiful. So now we are on to the dry ingredients, which are actually really pretty easy. So first you're going to want a nice big bowl so that, big enough that you're able to at some point mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients once it's ready. Make sure that, at some point in your baking process that you give yourself some baker's warning, because otherwise, are you really baking if you don't have flour in your face? Let's be honest. Okay, now your dry ingredients are done, your wet ingredients are done, and we're going to combine them together. And this is the part where I make sure that my hands are extra clean, because honestly, there's so much dough that I have to use my hands to mix it up. So either use rubber gloves or just make sure you get a clean in between every single, crevice within your hands and fingers and things like that. All right. Alright, the dough is officially done. Take a look at this beauty. Yes. So look at that lovely proportion of chocolate chips to cookie dough. Some people might like it less chocolatey, but who even are you if that is the case? Come on. Alright, so now that the cookie dough is on the pan, we're going to put it in the oven for about 11 to 12 minutes. Check it at 11 and then maybe it needs another minute. Also, this dough makes approximately about 80-ish cookies, depending on how much dough you ate before you tried to put it in the oven. Hey Alexa, tell me a joke about cookies.
When do bakers share their secret recipes? On a knead-the-dough basis.
Alexa, tell me a joke about cookies.
Why did the cookie cross the road? I don't know, but sadly it didn't make it. I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Alright, these wonderful cookies are cooled off and ready to be eaten, so I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my hamburger. It's so good. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of it. Thanks for watching. Bye.